Yo, what's up guys? It's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video I will be discussing which players the Washington Commanders should be looking at this offseason to select at number 5 overall. If y'all didn't know, we went up in the draft rankings, well, the draft positioning, and right now we currently have the number 5 overall pick. So I'll be discussing what players we should be looking at and possibly what player we should select at number 5 if we actually stay at number 5 for the rest of the season, and we'll have it next year. So if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, on road to 3K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, so if you guys did not know, we actually went up in the draft positioning this weekend. With the Giants and Titans winning their games, the Titans played the Panthers and the Giants played the Patriots. With them winning their games, we went up from number 7 overall to number 5 overall. So right now we hold the 5th overall pick in the NFL draft. Now you might be wondering maybe if the Bears win tonight, they play the Vikings tonight, and we could move up to number 4. Well, that isn't the case because strength of scheduling actually is what they look at first before they look at head-to-head matchups. So although the Bears beat us, and if they win tonight, and although even if they win tonight, they would stay at number 4 and we would stay at number 5. But number 5, still a great pick because there are first off, we're 4-8 right now, 5th overall pick. The only teams ahead of us right now are the Bears. Well, Panthers technically, they're 1-10, but the Bears own their pick. The Cardinals, the Patriots, and the Bears. Right now, and the Bears again. The Bears have 2 top 5 picks. Right now, it's looking like I would probably say the Bears would most likely go Caleb Williams 1. So let's just assume that. Marvin Harrison 2 to the Cardinals, and we still have a long way to go. There's like over 150 days until the NFL draft, so we still have a long way to go. But right now, as it sits, I think Caleb Williams goes 1. Um, Marvin Harrison Jr. goes to the Cardinals. He's the best player in this draft, arguably. Number 3, the Patriots. They gotta go quarterback, so that's probably gonna be Drake May. And number 4, I think the Bears would go offensive lineman just to beef up that offensive line. For Caleb Williams or maybe even Justin Fields. Maybe they don't even take a quarterback on 1. But I do think they're going to take O-line at number 4. But we would still have plenty of options. And I'll pull up PFF mock draft simulator to just show you guys some options and do a little mini mock draft. I do want to do a mock draft quite soon because the season's over. All right, we're 4-8. We fired Jack Del Rio. We got blown. The season's over. All right, we lost to the Giants twice. We lost to the Bears, blown out by the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. The season's over. It's done. There's really no point in winning any more games because we're not even tanking really. And shout out to Rico from Street Scores. Shout out to him. He brought up a very good point. We don't have to tank. We're just a really bad team. In prior years, we've just been mid under Ron Rivera. 2020, 7-9. 2021, 7-9. I'm sorry, 7-10 in 2021. Last year, 8-1. So we've just been mid under Ron Rivera for the past 3 years. But this year, it's bad, and we don't have to tank because we're bad enough to. We're just gonna lose. All right, we're just really bad, and we don't need to tank in order to get better draft position because we're just gonna lose because we're really bad. So that's the sad truth about it, unfortunately. But in my opinion, there's just no point of winning any more games this season. I wouldn't be mad if we lose out because we would have a top 5 pick. We would be guaranteed a top 5 pick, which, like I said, we would have a lot of. All right, so right now, obviously, like I've stated, number 5 overall pick in the draft. I got PFF, the mock draft simulator, pulled up here. The first 4 picks right now, Drake May number 1. That's not happening. Caleb Williams number 2. Doubt that happens. I think the Cardinals stay with Kyler Murray. They'll probably just get him some more weapons like Marvin Harrison. So I think he's gonna go 2. But Marvin Harrison, he could fall to us, but I really don't think he falls out of the top 3. Like I really don't think so. Like say the Cardinals do take a quarterback, right? Like say the Bears take Caleb Williams 1. Cardinals take, let's say, Drake May 2. The Patriots, they desperately need a quarterback. All right, they don't got weapons at all for real, but they need a quarterback. I could definitely see them going with someone like Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix. I like Jaden Daniels more than Michael Penix. Maybe a Bo Nix, but we'll see. I think the Bears would then take Marvin Harrison. That would be a good combination with Caleb Williams. But that's what I personally think about. I just don't see the Bears taking a quarterback. Well, I don't see them taking Caleb. Drake May. Sorry, I see them taking Caleb Williams. Our pick though, we got options right now. As you can see, Brock Bowers. I love Brock Bowers. Excellent blocker. The best blocking tight end in this entire draft class. Obviously, the best tight end in this draft class in general. Best tight end prospect we've seen in quite a while. If y'all thought Kyle Pitts was an amazing tight end prospect, I gotta look at Brock Bowers because his production is way better than Kyle Pitts's. And if you just look at the tape, look at the film, like I said, great blocker, but an elite pass catcher, an elite route runner. He has great hands. He's the full package. Brock Bowers really has no weakness to him, in my opinion. So I would love, that's a luxury pick right there. Brock Bowers, he would be amazing on this team. We also got Laiatu Latu. I really like him out of UCLA. I think he had 10.5 sacks last year, or even more. I like him as well. Joe Alt, great tackle out of Notre Dame. Literally, Notre Dame offensive linemen are always elite in the NFL. Zach Martin, Quentin Nelson. So, Notre Dame offensive linemen, they're always amazing in the NFL. So, Joe Alt would be a good pick right there. What other options we got? Chop Robinson, Jared Verse. I feel like Chop Robinson and Jared Verse aren't guys I would pick in the top 5, although I really like those guys. This draft class is really it's very stacked throughout the draft class, but specifically at the top of the class in the first and second round. You can find loads of talent in the first 2 rounds of this class. So I'm very, very excited for that. But Chop Robinson, Jared Verse, I'll probably trade down for those guys. Well, trade back to get those guys, as well as Nate Wiggins. I really like Nate Wiggins, as well as Talis Fuaga, right tackle out of Oregon State. He's solid as well. But really, my main options for number 5 are number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr., number 2, Olu Fashanu, and number 3, number 1, Marvin Harrison, number 2, Olu Fashanu, number 3, Brock Bowers, and number 4, Joe Alt. You can kind of interchange Brock Bowers, Olu Fashanu, Joe Alt positions, because really, if all 3 are there at the time, I don't really care who we draft then. However, if Marvin Harrison is there, we got it. We cannot pass up on Marvin Harrison Jr. He is a generational prospect, all right? He's you could compare him to Jamar Chase, but I think he's going to be his own type of dude. Even analysts are saying that he might be even better than his dad, Marvin Harrison, who was an NFL legend. So, Marvin Harrison, he's him. I even saw some Commanders fans arguing on Twitter about we should take an offensive tackle over Marvin Harrison Jr. And yes, we do need tackle. O-line is our biggest need by far. Edge rusher is our second biggest need. But if Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, you got to take him. Generational prospect, and we just got to go best player available. That's one mistake one of the many mistakes Ron Rivera has made during his tenure here in Washington. We haven't been taking best player available. We've just been going by our needs. 2021, we took Jamin Davis. That was a need pick. We needed a linebacker right now. I was arguing for us to take Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa. He was the best player at the time, but we decided to go Jamin Davis because of the need pick. I would have gone best player available there. And then we traded back to get Jahan Dotson in 2022. Jahan Dotson's solid. Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not too mad, but we could have had Kyle Hamilton, Chris Olave. And Kyle Hamilton, he was BPA at the time, so definitely could have taken him. Safety was sort of a need at the time as well. And then last year, taking Emmanuel Forbes over Christian Gonzalez, huge mistake. I know Christian Gonzalez, he's out for the season, he's hurt, but through the first 6 weeks of the season before he got injured, he was balling out. All right, he was balling out. Commander fans know it. The NFL knows it. All right, everybody knows it. Christian Gonzalez was looking like the best defensive rookie in the NFL, maybe behind Jalen Carter, but he was looking elite, and we drafted Emmanuel Forbes over him. Now, I still hope Emmanuel Forbes can be really good, but right now, it ain't looking like that. Ain't looking like it. He's even injured right now. Ron Rivera earlier in his press conference actually stated that Emmanuel Forbes might be out for a little bit because his elbow injury was quite serious. So, hopefully he'll be good, but we'll see. But yeah, that's all the options. We also got Malik Neighbors. I don't think we should take a wide receiver that early because we already got Terry and Jahan. So yeah, me personally, if Marvin Harrison falls into our lap at number 5, we got to draft him. If not, and if say Brock Bowers, Joe Art, Olufashano, one of them there, take one of them. I don't care who we take. I would be very, very happy. And let's just say we take Brock Bowers here, and we'll be very, very happy about that pick for sure. So that is really the end of today's video. Wanted it to be pretty quick. I will do a mock draft later on this season. Before the season ends, I'll come out with my unofficial mock draft. It will probably be called like mock draft 0 because y'all know how I do. I do my 5 mock drafts in the off season, but I do want to do an earlier mock draft this year because our season's over, and I just want to get a mock draft out because I'm super, super excited about this off season. Obviously, new regime, our new owners, tons of cap space, potential franchise quarterback in Sam Howell. So super excited about this offseason, and I'm super excited about the draft. So I just want to get a mock draft out to y'all as soon as possible, as quick as possible. So that is the end of today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. Like I said, on the road to 3K subs. If you could, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. And with that, and other than that, it's been King Sean.